this is Sandy and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. If you are a returning sister or cousin, so happy that you stopped by today. So today I'm in the kitchen and I am going to be preparing some salmon croquettes, some country salmon croquettes that I was taught to prepare by my mother. And all I put in them, I have a can of the pink salmon. I put a little bit of breadcrumb, a little bit of chopped onions, and I use a little bit of red pepper in mine as well. Maybe just a touch of egg, no. I put an egg and then a touch of mustard, just a little bit of mustard. And I was mentioning that to my mother the other day about the mustard, and she said she doesn't do mustard in hers. So I don't know where I got that part from. But anyway, that's what I do. That's what I'm going to try. And then the twist with this recipe today is that I'm going to be doing it in the air fryer. Never tried the salmon croquettes in the air fryer before. Normally I put them in some oil and fry them. Not in a lot of oil, but just a little bit of olive oil. So we'll see how this happens. Hopefully they won't fall apart and crumble up in the air fryer, but we're going to do this little experiment, and I thought, why not turn on the camera and let you see how this turns out. Let's go. So I'm just going to start by chopping the onions and the red pepper to get them ready to go in. And like I said, the only other ingredients that I will have in here is some breadcrumbs, an egg, and a little bit of mustard. So I'm just getting everything ready now to mix it all together. It's a really, really quick meal. It does not take long at all. Prep time is just a couple minutes, and then I'm going to cook them for about 10 minutes in the air fryer. Getting everything chopped up. I love very quick and simple meals, and I am on this fitness journey, so I need something that's not going to be too fattening. So that's why I'm trying the air fry method rather than using oil. So I'm just pouring out the excess liquid with holding it with my old school can opener. And once I do that, then I can go ahead and start to mix the ingredients. It's very, very simple. I'll just take a fork and start to break the salmon apart. And once it's to the consistency of, say, like tuna fish, then I'll go ahead and mix in the onions and peppers. Now, I could have sauteed the onions and peppers just a tad bit before I put them in, but I'm going to see how it does in the air fryer not doing that. So I'm going on and mixing it up, and then go ahead and put the rest of the ingredients in. If you make salmon croquettes, comment down below if you put any mustard in yours. I'm really curious as to where I got that whole idea from now that my mother has confirmed that I did not get it from her. But I have, ever since I can remember making salmon croquettes, I have been putting mustard in, so I don't know where that came from, but she said it wasn't from her, so I'll just have to go with that. But I love it. So I'm just mixing it up, and then I'll go ahead and put my egg in. I always put my egg in another bowl just to make sure that the egg is okay before mixing it in my food. I don't know why I do that either, but that is a habit of mine. So I'll just go ahead and beat the egg a little bit and then pour it into the salmon mixture. And then once I get that all mixed in, then I will go ahead and start to put the breadcrumbs in. And just enough breadcrumbs to just kind of thicken it up a little bit to try to hold it together. Here comes the mysterious mustard. And I just put a little bit in there. Just to give it just a little bit of flavor, because I don't use any other seasonings at all in it when I make the croquettes like this. And then I just use the plain old Progresso breadcrumbs, the Italian style, or whatever I have on hand. Just mix it in, and then just kind of looking at the consistency. And once I see that I feel that it's good for making the salmon patties, then I am good to go. So getting it all mixed up. I see that it needs just a little bit more breadcrumbs, so I'll go ahead and put a few more in there. And then the next step will be to create the little patties, and then they go into the air fryer. And I'm going to put them in the air fryer on the temperature setting 390 for about 10 minutes on the air fryer setting. So I'm going on and putting them in. I'm only going to put 3 in right now. I do not want to put all 5 in just in case this doesn't turn out. I don't want my breakfast messed up. So I'm playing it safe and just doing 3 to start. Now, they turned out really, really good. At about the halfway point, I turned them over. So at about the 5-minute mark, I turned them over. And I could see they were just starting to get brown on the one side. But it wasn't the same coloring that you would get if you were using some oil. But once I tasted them, I knew that was perfectly okay. They tasted very, very good. Just a little bit of crunch on the outside, which is how I like it, but very, very moist on the inside. So they were actually perfect. So I do recommend air frying the salmon croquettes. They turned out really well. I definitely will be doing it again. Another thing that I noticed is that the smell was not as bad as if you were using oil, because you don't have that fried fish oil in your house. So that's my breakfast today. I measured out my rice because I am on a fitness journey. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye-bye.